Hi guys, this is my Christian gaming channel GG for God. And if you've been here before, you might know that my TikTok channel originally started as a fun little AI slop project.
I'm Samuel from GG for God. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and God bless. Have a lovely day.
But there was actually a real intention behind it. I always wanted to create content that was entertaining, but also had something meaningful behind it. Something with a helpful biblical perspective. The problem was, I was extremely nervous about actually talking and showing my true self. I've had YouTube channels before, and I've received quite a few negative comments about my accent. And after a while you start thinking twice before putting your own voice out there. So using an AI voice felt safer. At least the AI had a perfect accent. And if someone left a negative comment, it wasn't really directed at me. Or at least that's what I told myself. But over time I started feeling uncomfortable with it. Because AI isn't really what I want this channel to be about. And I think there's a bigger reason for that. Because we've slowly started drifting apart from each other online. For years the internet was supposed to connect people. And in many ways it still does. But even when we never knew each other personally, there was something different about knowing that there was an actual person on the other side of the screen. Someone who sat down, recorded something, edited it, made mistakes, had their own opinions, their own voice, their own personality. It felt like a community. Now sometimes you don't even know if the person behind the content is real. And there are so many companies trying to break into content creation and make money from it. Sometimes you think you're watching a one-person project, only to eventually find out that it was actually a whole team behind it, carefully making it look like a small creator's personal work. And I think we've lost something there, something very human. The very thing that makes us, us. And honestly, I don't want to move further in that direction. I'm not saying AI is inherently evil. I use it myself sometimes, and I'm sure I will continue to use it from time to time, because AI can be a useful tool. There's nothing inherently wrong with using a tool to help you create something. But I think there is a difference between using a tool and replacing the human being behind the creation. And that distinction matters to me. Technology should help us connect, not make us forget that there is a person on the other side. And that's what I want GG for God to be. I don't want this to be another channel where you just watch a faceless AI-generated video and move on to the next one. I want to make the videos myself. I want to talk to you myself. I want to make mistakes. I want my accent to be there. I want my personality to be there. And yes, I might still use AI for some things. Not particularly for making these videos, but I want you to know that you are hearing me, because I don't want to hide behind AI anymore. And maybe that's a little scary, but I think that's also the point. Because as Christians, we're called to live in truth, not to pretend we're something we're not. Not to create a perfect vision of ourselves for everyone else to see. Just to be honest about who we are, and about who we are becoming. So this channel is going to be a little different from what it started as. There will still be gaming, there will still be fun stuff, self-help, probably some terrible jokes, and hopefully some genuinely good conversations. But most importantly, I want this to be a place where faith and gaming can coexist together, and where people can actually meet each other. I don't know where this channel is going to take me. Maybe only a few people will ever watch these videos. And I don't really care about the numbers, to be honest. I've been part of a small church group back in the day. There were only 5 of us. And you know what? 5 people can be enough. And being connected through Christ is amazing. That's the foundation of our community. The Bible describes the church as one body with many members, each with different roles and different gifts. In 1 Corinthians 12:12-27, Paul explains that we are many different parts, but we still belong to the same body. We're not all supposed to be the same. We're supposed to be different, and yet connected. And I think that's something we've forgotten a little bit. We don't need to have millions of people around us to have a community. Sometimes 5 people are enough. Psalm chapter 133, verse 1 says, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity." And that's the kind of community I want to build here. Not a huge audience, not a number on a screen. Real people. And I'd rather have a small community of real people than hundreds of thousands of views from something that doesn't feel real, like I had on TikTok. So, welcome to GG for God. And I'm glad you're here. Let's play some games. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about faith. And most importantly, let's remember that there's a real person on the other side of the screen. I'm the actual Samuel, not the AI voice
I'm Samuel from GG for God.
that used to say, "I'm Sam." And this time, I'm actually here. GG for God. See you in the next one.